It's Kyle Rittenhouse's birthday today, and we're going to celebrate by listening to a clip of him on The Tim Pool Show. But first, I'm going to read something from Kyle's Twitter feed. It says, click here to give now to help Kyle Rittenhouse defeat the left. Again. Kyle's raising money for his legal defense fund because the family of Anthony Huber is suing Kyle. You know, sometimes, podcasts, interviews can be used as evidence in court. And this is a pretty interesting one, I think.
These journalists out here, they're like, look at you. Because of some of these people, they've leaked your address. I don't know if they leaked it, but they obviously, they know where you live.
2 guys showed up. They got shot at. Long story short.
Oh, Interesting.
That's right.
You know,
Ooh, that's right. Can we take a little moment here to appreciate the raw machismo of Tim Pool? Tim's starting to remind me of David Koresh. You guys remember him? Cult leader in Texas. Like David Koresh, Tim Pool has very apocalyptic paranoias regarding the future of the country and has sequestered himself on an armed compound with a bunch of people. And also, like David Koresh, Tim has a band that totally sucks. Unlike David Koresh, Tim doesn't really have followers as much as he has employees, because David Koresh did not have to buy his friends, probably because David Koresh had a full head of hair.
These independent journalists, not independent, there's a lot of great, but these journalists out here who are going out spreading false narratives and then complaining that they're getting banned off of Twitter when they're like, look at Elon Musk. Look at that guy who jumped on his car because he got suspended.
Yeah, that's not true. That guy did not jump on Elon Musk's car, number one, and he did not jump on Elon Musk's car because he got suspended from Twitter. That was an Uber Eats driver who got into a verbal dispute with one of Elon Musk's security guards. Elon Musk's security guard had a little hissy fit and videotaped this Uber Eats driver's license plate and then scattered, hitting this Uber Eats driver with his car in the process. Now, Elon shared that license plate on Twitter, doxed this guy, and instead of suspending himself for violating his own rules, he used that incident as a pretext to suspend any journalists critical of Elon Musk, including a woman from Business Insider who had been writing about Elon Musk for a couple of years. Elon's a liar, and Kyle Rittenhouse is a liar. Kyle Rittenhouse was not paid to act as security for anyone. Kyle Rittenhouse was not the liberal he claimed he was when he first started talking to the media. Kyle Rittenhouse had no intention or ability to sue Whoopi Goldberg or Joe Biden or anybody, because nobody slandered or libeled Kyle Rittenhouse. And if you believe he didn't bring that gun across state lines, I got a bridge to sell you that we can both live under. I'm from that area. There's a forest preserve not too far from Antioch that's perfect for illegal shooting events. I used to go there. It's a beautiful forest. It's very big. I used to go there when I was about Kyle's age, except, of course, I didn't bring a gun. I did mushrooms because I'm a normal person. Kenosha is about 40-minute drive from Antioch. I used to go up to Kenosha to do shows sometimes. All right, there's no way that this kid, as much as he is in love with guns as this psycho is, there is no way that he could be separated from that gun. I saw the video footage of him holding that gun. He was wielding that thing and whipping it out, pointing it at strangers like I do with my penis, inappropriately. I don't believe for a second. I don't believe him, and you have no reason to believe him either.
Let me pull up this story and let's get into this one. This is from the Daily Mail. Quote, "It wasn't me. Footage shows millionaire tech entrepreneur's final words after being fatally shot by a trigger-happy cop while defending his home from a suspected burglar." I'm going to give you the basics of this story.
I'm going to give you the basics of the story. It's pretty much exactly what he said. Cops showed up. There was a guy who had a gun and was within his rights to have that gun, and they shot him and claimed self-defense. Now, these cops should go to jail. They should go to prison. They were a little enthusiastic with that gun and irresponsible with that gun, so they are to blame. Personally, I think this country is a little trigger happy, and the only people I feel comfortable, having guns right now are drag queens. But I find it very funny that both Kyle and Tim are indignant about this armed rich man. Getting shot by the police. These are very Blue Lives Matter guys, I thought, Kyle and Tim. And I wish that they were this indignant about unarmed people being shot by the police.
And these cops went nuts.
And Texas is an open carry state, so he had every legal right to do that. I think his family should actually sue the Austin Police Department for that.
Absolutely, but
from your mouth to God's ear, Kyle Rittenhouse, they should be sued. And you should be sued. And you are being sued. There's no... you pointed a gun at a guy, that guy tried to take that gun away from you and shove it up your ass. There is no self-defense. There's no excessive force in self-defense. If somebody grabs you, you have a right to grab them. If they punch you, you have the right to punch them. You don't have the right to shoot them multiple times. Grosskreutz was pointing his gun at you, attempting to detain you for the police, but you were fleeing pursuit, and you shot him in the process of fleeing pursuit, in spite of the fact that he showed a lot more restraint than you did and actually lowered his gun. As for Anthony Huber, he's a hero. He saw an active shooter and attempted to disarm him, and he was so brave that he brought a skateboard to a gunfight. I hope his family sues you and wins. I hope they win Alex Jones style, Sandy Hook style, because you are a libel and no one slandered you. You're a killer. And a lot of you might complain that he was found, might argue that he was found not guilty by a jury of his peers, and therefore he's not guilty. But you're right about one thing. It was a jury of his peers. It was a Kenosha jury. It was a white Kenosha jury. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty by a black Los Angeles jury. Both of those juries made those decisions emotionally, out of anger. The only difference is that the O.J. Simpson jury, they had a right to be angry.